before we get started, let's check out the links in my description. We all want nice things. We want the car, we want a house, we want a high limit credit card. But if you don't have at least a 680 credit score, you're not even in the game. So click this link here to know where you stand and get your free credit scores from all three bureaus. That will be Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And also get your reports. If you would like to be free and become financially independent through entrepreneurship, click this link here to be free. If you'd like to get cash back, which is a discount during shopping, please click this link here to see my favorite cashback sites. And if you enjoy the music you hear in the background, please click the link here and subscribe to It's Oasis. Hello everyone, welcome back to Community Wealth. Today I'm going to go over some things that's going on with Spark as far as when they said something about the mileage, they increased their earnings and things like that. But before we get into that, if you would like to know your FICO scores and what's in your reports with all three bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to earn $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time utilizing your vehicle, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a car, you don't want to use your own, click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description below, and along with the Wealth Dasher, you can still make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your time. If you'd like to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below, then click Sign Up. If you'd like to get cash back while shopping online, click the Cash Back links in the description below. And if you'd like to drive Walmart Spark, click the Spark Driver Wealth link in the description below. I'm going to start off with this comment that was left on one of my videos. I thought it was a pretty interesting comment, kind of clever in a sense. And I guess it's a good little segue into what I'm going to talk about as far as the earnings and the mileage, these different changes they claim they did with Spark, okay? Here's a comment by Justin Abrams. So check him out. I think the miles are as the crow flies. I thought that was kind of cool. But I looked into that. Well, actually, I didn't look into that. I was trying to figure out what he was talking about, and one day I was watching Netflix, and one of the advertising came up, and it said, as the crow flies. I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I was thinking that Justin get it from that, you know. And then my girl, she looked it up online, and it actually has the meaning as the crow flies straight or something like that. So still kind of, you know, trying to put it together. But again, that was a little cool comment, and I think it's a good segue into what I'm about to talk about now. Okay, in a recent video, you guys know that Walmart claims that they increased earnings and shortened the mileage. And I said in a video that I didn't really see the difference. It kind of looks the same, and I still feel that way now. Because this is on the 25th. I went out and did 2 orders that day. And you can see each one have 2 orders in the batch. I'm going to show you the mileage on the first one. The first one was pretty okay. All right, so we're going to go into my phone. You don't see it now. I'm actually going into my phone right now while I get this up. So I'm opening up Spark. We're going to go into trips. And the first one is, what's that? 2428. So now I'm looking at, okay, this one was 5 miles total. Okay, 5 miles total. It was 24.28. Now, check this out. The delivery fee is $9.28. $9.28. That seems about average what it was before. What brought it to $24, I have a $15 tip. All right, so the tip is $15. That's what brought it to $24.28. But for the 5 miles total for both trips is $9.28, which is still not bad. You know, it's still pretty cool, right? You know, I just made $24 for 5 miles total, right? So now the next one is $24, and this one is 3.6 miles total. Delivery fee of $9, tip $15. So for me to go an extra 1.4 miles, they only paid me 28 cents more. I don't see how that equals, more money, right? But again, with it only being 3.6 miles, it's $24. $9 for the delivery fee and a $15 tip. It's pretty good, right? Pretty good. So it's kind of the same, but listen, the money is in the tips, right? The money is in the tips. So if I was to just go straight delivery fee, I'd be out here busting my butt. Be out here busting my butt. So, but think about it, $48 for basically 9 miles. That's pretty freaking good. That's pretty good. But again, that's with the tips, because these people tip big. Now we're going to go into the next day when I did actually 5 trips. I'm going to go through each one of these real quick. So here, we're going to start down here with the $16 trip, all right? Now, this is the batch of 2. And I went 3.7 miles, $16. Still not bad. Delivery fee of $9, tips of $7. Okay, so I got a $7 tip and the delivery fee of $9, $16 total, 3.7 miles. Still not bad. Still not better than the $24 for 3.6 miles. But I mean, $16 for 3.7 miles for 2 batches. Well, for a batch of 2 orders with 2 stops, I should say. And you just round trip is probably maybe only maybe 5 miles round trip. So I mean, we're talking about $16 for 5 miles. Still not bad at all. All right. So we're going to go into this one. This one that was interesting, the $22.22, because originally this order supposed to be 10.2 miles for 2 trips. Right. So we're right here, $22.22. This is supposed to have been 10.2 miles for $26. I said $26. It's supposed to have been 10.2 miles for $26, right? But what happened was the second order was not ready. I actually missed my 3rd trip because of this. The 3rd trip didn't come to another hour later, but I'm not going to trip on that. I still did 5 trips. I could have did 6, but I did 5. But again, the second stop was not ready, so they took that off. So I actually got paid $22.22 for 5 miles. All right. So apparently it's going to be 5 point something miles for one and about 5 miles for the next one. All right. But I got paid still. So it looks like the person that wasn't ready, that order wasn't ready. It looks like they wasn't tipping because my tip stayed the same. My tip was still $10. So the one I actually went to, I dropped the orders off to, that one had the $10 tip. So that brought me to $22.22. The delivery fee of $12.22. All right. So now let's go to 1103. All right. Now, this one was 6.3 miles. This one stop, 6.3 miles for $11.03. There's no tip. So this is all delivery fee, $11.03. Now, I don't like this one because that's 6.3 miles one way, which means I had to go 6.3 miles back, which brings me at a total of 12.6 miles. So now I'm under $1 per mile. I'm under $1 per mile. Okay. So that kind of, I didn't win on that one. I didn't win. That's under $1 per mile. So I did 12.6 miles round trip. Okay. $11.03. But I still took it anyway. So now we're going to go with the $14 trip. This one was a 2 order batch, 3.7 miles, $9 delivery fee, $5 tip. Still not bad, because round trip was just over 7 miles and it was $14. That's about $2 per mile, which is where you want to be, right? And this last one here is $29.59. All right, $29.59. Batch of 2. All right, so it's a batch of 2, 9.1 miles. Delivery fee $12.59 and a tip of $17. All right, tip of $17. Delivery fee $12.59, total $29.59 for 9.1 miles. All right, so round trip, that's probably around like 15 miles. Probably around 15 miles round trip. It's not double because it's 2 batches. So the longest trip is usually 1 mile one way, and the shortest trip is another way. So it rounded out to probably about 15, 16 miles round trip. I got $29.59. That's pretty doggone good, all right? So total that day, total on the 26th, I drove 59 miles, and I made like about $80. I think I made $80 that day, around $80. You can add that up if you want to. But I think it's around $80, 70 something dollars, $80. 59 miles, which is not bad. But it showed total because remember your tips going to the next day. So my tips didn't show up this day. I think I got 1 tip this day from today. I got 1 tip that credited for the 26th. But the tips from the 25th rolled over to this day, and I ended up it actually showed $90 for the day, but that's including the tips from the day before. The tips from the 26th showed up on a Monday, and that actually ended up at $32. Okay, so I'm going to show you that now. There it is. Trips $108.85 total. Trip earnings $78.85. Confirmed tips $30. You see here $18.28 for the 25th. Remember, these are just trips. This is not the tip. The tips came here. So for here it says $90.57. Let's say $60.57 trips and confirmed tips of $30. So I just ran that by you. It shows you that I'm just trying to show you that the mileage situation is not that bad. I guess they did improve it per se, because even when I made the $48 that day on the 25th, I only drove about 15 miles that day. So all day 15 miles, $48. Now you do the math on that. 15 miles, $48. Do the math on that. What's that per mile? So the mileage is getting better, and we're making the money. Now again, the trip earnings is not what's making you the money per mile. It's the tips, the fact that they dropping tips like that. Because as you saw with the 6.3 miles, and I made $11, I actually made less than $1 a mile if you total it with round trip. And that didn't have a tip. But all my tips, I as they say, I bossed out. You know, I made way more. So it's the tips that's helping you. The trip earnings still kind of suck, you know what I mean? But the tips is what's helping you out. My tips is what's putting me over the top. All right. So anyway, I hope this information helped you out. You ready to drive for Walmart Spark? Click the Spark Driver Wealth link in the description below. You don't have a car, you don't want to use your own, click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description. You want to do DoorDash along with Walmart Spark? Click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. All right. You can use the HyreCar to do both Spark and DoorDash. All right. So let's get this money out here, people. Thanks for watching. If you would like to know your FICO scores and what's on your reports from all 3 bureaus, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, click the credit monitoring link in the description below. If you would like to make $500 to $1,000 plus per week utilizing your vehicle on your own time, click the Wealth Dasher link in the description below. If you don't have a vehicle or you don't want to use your own vehicle, then click the Wealth HyreCar link in the description below. And that way you can hire a car and use that vehicle to then Wealth Dash and make $500 to $1,000 plus per week on your own time. If you want to know how I got 5 properties for $5,500, click the Be Free link in the description below. If you would like to get cash back while shopping online, click the cash back link in the description below. Like, share the video, comment below, subscribe to the channel subscribe to It's Oasis, and until the next video, let's get this money.